AI is reshaping job roles. Since the first ATM teller numbers grew, AI might push people into higher value tasks, not just make them redundant. It can also affect job security. So the right tech amplifies what we already do best. Picture a sweltering June day at Barclays. A customer drops a slip into a beige box. A crisp £10 note pops out. Data shows as ATMs multiplied, teller numbers actually doubled over 5 decades, peaking in 2007. Automation reshaped the workforce, not shrank it. But here's the thing, here's a quick 4-step playbook to protect or even boost your role. First, map your input-output flow. Second, spot tasks that can be automated. Third, turn AI into a productivity engine. Fourth, build a skill pyramid machines can't copy. Now, what defines a job? We'll discuss how to identify the human side. No algorithm can take that away. After we talked about the ATM story, let's think about what a job actually looks like. A job is basically a process where inputs turn into outputs. For instance, a nurse works with patients, checks their vitals and helps them heal. A writer gets a brief, drafts the piece and delivers the final article. A programmer writes code, tests it and ships working software. Honestly, tools like ChatGPT can lay out an outline, but people usually polish the final draft. So AI can do the smaller tasks, not the whole job. Many jobs are made up of repeatable steps, like items on a checklist. AI can automate some of those steps, but it rarely replaces the entire role. Here's the thing, the real question is what core outputs can only come from a human. A teller handles cash, talks to customers and builds trust. That human touch is something AI can't mimic. Once we know what a job is, we can figure out parts AI can take over. AI latches onto the low-value, high-repetition crumbs of a job, so AI job security can actually get along. Think about ChatGPT drafting an email, Waymo cruising down a lane, Gemini pulling up a case brief, and Amazon's robots shuffling shelves. I asked ChatGPT for a quarterly report once. It spat out a clean outline in seconds. That's a real-world AI tool you can use right now. Waymo's driverless cars handle lane, changes traffic lights without a human at the wheel. They're built for the repetitive task of following a GPS route, and they do it pretty well. Gemini can pull up a docket and give you a quick case law summary. Great for routine legal research, but it still can't feel the tension in a courtroom. Amazon's Kiva robots zip around the warehouse, moving shelves faster than any person could. They keep order fulfillment humming, yet they can't tell you if a package is damaged. So the first bucket of tasks AI loves includes data entry, basic drafting, and simple routing. Those on the chores you can code into a script, busting the myth every job is at risk. But here's the catch. Not every data entry role fits cleanly into automation. When the information is messy or needs judgment, a human still wears the crown. The second bucket is the heart of most jobs: complex decisions, empathy, and cross-domain synthesis. That's where tellers, nurses, and teachers really shine. Picture a teller who spots a suspicious withdrawal. The human eye, trust, and a quick conversation can stop fraud before it hits the ledger. The third bucket is the hard data that debunks the automation myth. ATMs increased, and teller numbers also rose through 2007. By then, the U.S. bank teller workforce hit its highest level in decades, even as ATMs multiplied. If AI can snatch the crumbs, what can you do with the rest? Stay tuned for the next step: how to turn those crumbs into your own productivity engine. So now we've seen some ways AI can help. 1. To stay ahead of automation. Build a skill pyramid that computers can't copy. The pyramid has 5 layers: each one stacked like colored blocks. The bottom layer is plain tech basics. Spreadsheets, data visuals, digital banking. But here's the thing, the bottom layer is the foundation. So skip that and you'll feel the crunch. First layer, core tech literacy. Get comfy with formulas, a Power BI tutorial and bank apps. Those skills keep automation at bay. I took a Coursera Excel crash course last month, paired it with a free Power BI video, and logged every new skill in Notion. I could see progress. Second layer, lock in a security certification. Think of it as a key that opens the next door in her career. Those certificates aren't just paper. They give you an edge when AI handles routine compliance checks. Third layer is all about collaborative soft skills. AI can spit out a report, but it can't calm a tense client or negotiate a cross-department deal. I started quick role plays on Slack, then set up monthly peer reviews to sharpen my storytelling. Fourth layer focuses on measurable achievements. Numbers show your impact, something a machine can't fake and recruiters love. Some say automation hides metrics, but it actually amplifies them, like a megaphone for your work. The top layer is purpose-driven projects. Blends storytelling strategy with raw data, turning numbers into decisions a machine can't fully own. Each layer builds on the one below. Solid tech skills make your certifications shine, and strong soft skills turn those achievements into a compelling narrative. Put those layers together, you end up with a career even the biggest AI can't melt away. Now, want to turn this pyramid into a daily habit. In the next chapter, I'll walk you through the actual steps. Look, bottom line, map your role and spot what you can automate. Let AI give you a boost. Keep stacking new skills. That playbook keeps you ahead so you stay competitive. The kicker, those tools that take over routine tasks are spawning brand new positions you never imagined. Honestly, do you think AI will create more jobs than it replaces? If this hit home, smash that like and ring the bell. Then share your biggest AI fear or a win in the comments. Found it useful? Hit subscribe for the next episode and tell me which stick you're trying first.